David Shultz, who joins us now live from Minnesota. He is a political analyst and a national expert on state constitutional laws. David, really great to have you with us. The president says he has the ultimate authority on reopening the economy. Does he?
No, he's wrong on this issue as a matter of constitutional law. And let me explain a little bit here that the United States, by its constitution, is considered to be a federal republic. And the emphasis is on the federal aspect because we're a federal system, which means there are some duties that the U.S. Constitution gives to the national government, and there are some powers and duties that the Constitution leaves to the state governments. And one of the powers that the national government does not have is regulating public health or control over, in this case, when businesses open or close. This is left to state governments and state governors in the United States to be able to address.
So how is this setting up for perhaps a legal standoff between governors of states and the U.S. president?
It could set it up in a couple of ways. First, if this does get to a legal battle, there's sort of two issues here. One is that the courts have consistently said that matters like this are state matters, and that, again, the national government doesn't have authority. So if the U.S. Supreme Court were to weigh in on this, past precedent, past decisions favor the states. But even if, let's say, the law was unclear, which it's not, if the president were to tell, let's say, the governor of New York and the state of New York, open up your businesses, there's literally no way that the president of the United States can enforce that order. So from both a legal point of view and from, let's say, a practical point of view, the president is relatively powerless in this situation.
So how do you see this playing out, David?
How I see it playing out is in a couple of different ways. One of them is that the president's going to try to move forward, try to order perhaps governors to open up the economies, and that would be the legal standoff. I think what's going to probably eventually happen is that enough Republican governors are going to get the president's ear, so to speak, and what we're going to see is where the president says, okay, I want the economy open, but I'm going to let the governors sort of decide how to do this in terms of when they want to do it. So it's going to be some kind of a face-saving mechanism, but a direct confrontation at this point would not work to the advantage, let's say, legally of the president of the United States. And I know this is unusual because in many countries of the world, the president or the national government has an incredible amount of power to do things. But the oddities of the American political system really do divide power up on this issue, and historically, for over 230 years, have favored state governments for handling these types of public health economic issues.
David Shultz, we really appreciate your clarity and expertise on the issue. Thanks for breaking that down for us.